When privacy stopped feeling private. Episode 12, when biology inherited the consequences. History remembers legislation. Biology remembers consequences. Parliament may conclude debate. The body never does. For 13 years, biological women have lived inside a legal contradiction they did not create. The law was changed. Female biology absorbed the consequences, and that's the final psychological and physical injury in some cases. The defining failure of co-governance is not that it changed legislation. It is that it transferred the consequences of that legislation into the bodies, minds, and behaviour of the very women the original protections were designed to protect. The law created the contradiction, biology inherited the consequences, and the original purpose of female privacy was simple: remove uncertainty, remove exposure, remove continual vigilance, allow the nervous system to recognise the boundary as settled. But co-governance progressively reversed that purpose. The boundary remained, the certainty disappeared, women increasingly learned not to trust the category but to monitor it, and the institution remained and retained legal authority. Biology inherited psychological responsibility. Every unresolved challenge reinforced the same lesson: remain alert, remain cautious, remain prepared. Trust your own assessment more than the boundary itself. And this is how chronic adaptation develops. The contradiction's no longer carried by Parliament, it's carried by women entering the room. The law leaves, the nervous system remains, the policy changes, the physiology continues adapting, and the litigation finishes. The hypervigilance does not, and that's why the deepest consequences cannot be measured only in legal outcomes. They're measured in the gradual transfer of burden from institutional protection to biological self-protection. The greatest legacy of the 2013 co-governance framework is not legislative reform. It is the inheritance of consequences. The law created the contradiction. Biological women inherited the consequences. And until female privacy is again governed by the biological reality that created its purpose, the contradiction remains alive, and the body, the female biological body, continues carrying what the law no longer carries. They have to find a way to protect themselves.